We're going back in time today to 1917, riding a vintage train here, part of the New York Transit Museum, through the Bronx, all the way to Woodland Cemetery, the largest cemetery in all of New York City. I'm super excited to show you these beautiful views. Right now we are on the elevated, and I think actually we're already getting close to our destination, but at least you'll see the vintage train over here, dating back to 1917. A lot of old advertisements, Wrigley's, Lifebuoy, some old announcements as well, right here. You can see further down. So I'm super hyped to be on this train. Pardon the gimbal is freaking out because we're going on elevated train tracks. But let me know where you're watching from, and hopefully I'll show you soon Woodland Cemetery, which is very famous. A lot of famous people are buried there. So this is called the Velo Train because this is a low voltage train that was updated from the wooden kind. Unfortunately, there was a terrible accident that happened, train derailment, and wooden trains were in essence outlawed. So the New York City commissioned the different train systems, one of them being the interborough service, to build these huge metal ones. Hey Linda, nice to see you here. Right now we're passing Bedford Park Boulevard. Hello Cynthia, nice to see you here. Welcome. Thank you so much for the compliment. Hello Nicole. Hello Donald. Hello Tara. Hello George. So yeah, this is a ticketed event. I ended up getting a free ticket because New York Transit Museum invited me. I collaborated with them last year. It was a blast. Here we're seeing one of the train yards, many train yards in New York City. Here's one of them. Ludo says, how old is the train? 1917. These models ran between 1917 and about 1925. Oh yeah. So here we see a little bit more of the Bronx, Bedford Avenue. It was really cool riding underground because we rode, the ride started at Bowling Green, the very tip of Manhattan, South Ferry stop. It's the version of the South Ferry stop that's mostly decommissioned now because a new station was built many years ago. And we rode from the tip of Manhattan all the way up here to the Bronx. So for the entire length of Manhattan, we were underground. The cool thing is the lights go off, they dim out, and it was really cool to see that. Kind of reminded me of like horror movies like the Midnight Meat Train or like The Warriors. the Interborough Service is installing 2 new lines, Eastern Parkway Extension and the Nostrand Avenue Extension. If only we had announcements like this for today. I would love that. But no, I think the last time there was a new line extension was, what, 1970s, 1960s? Or before then, 1920s? So these seats are actually surprisingly comfortable. They're bouncy. They have new springs, so I'm not sure if they replaced the springs. I hope so. But during World War II, there was a ration on clothes. So a lot of women, mostly wore nylon stockings during that time. It was very popular. Would not want to sit down on these rattan seats. Because these rattan seats would snap at any moment. And when it snaps, it could rip off your clothes. So if it rips off your nylon stockings, you'll be screwed. Because they're rationed, you wouldn't have any more. So women will actually not sit down. It's like taking subway during World War II. So you can see a lot of men sitting down, a lot of women just standing. Parkway. Patricia says, I'm in your neighborhood now. Hey, Patricia, welcome to the live video. I'm so glad I'm in your neighborhood. Let us know, what's your favorite thing about Meshuggah Parkway area? Hello, Gavin. Welcome to the live video. Gavin says, I've enjoyed your YouTube shorts. The algorithm must have picked you up. Love your statue history videos. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying the short videos as well. That's awesome here. Is it going one way or is it going back, Ludos? It's a round trip. Round trip. So we get to explore Woodland Cemetery and then there's a train back, which is nice. Direct express. There was no stops. Ludo says the train has an army color. Yeah, it has like a forest green patina to it. Yeah. What's the name of the train experience? It is the New York Transit Museum. Go to their events page on their website and you'll see any upcoming ones. They do this very few times a year. So it's like 4 or 5 times a year. It's not that many. And then sometimes they do public ones. Well, at least they used to. I used to ride one that would start at the Lower East Side, 2nd Avenue stop, and run with people playing live jazz inside. It was really cool. Hopefully they revive that. That was closer to Christmas time. Marianne says that my postcards. Yes, postcards are running a little bit late, but yeah, you will receive an October postcard from all Mega Urbanists. Thank you so much for being a Mega Urbanist. I appreciate that. Susie says, I thought you would be doing a tour of the Hidden City Hall station. No. That one I would love to get access to, but there's like some weird filming rules with that specific station that I can't get official permission to film, unfortunately. SVL says, congrats on over 100k subs. Thank you so much. Yes, I crossed 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Welcome everyone, nice to see you. Thank you so much for following and subscribing. So there is a party going downstairs right now. Hello Ron, hello Lori. Lori says congratulations. Thank you so much, Lori. Anthony says going to the graveyard. Hope there's no murder on the train out. No, it's not a what's the writer's name who wrote Murder on the Orient Express? Let me know. No, Agent Perrault? I forgot his name. Purple? I forgot his name. Susie says this looks so like the Bronx. Yeah. I mean, we hear the blasting reggaeton already. Allison says, thank you for live streaming. Your pleasure, Allison. Ludo says, I have under 114,000 now. Yes, I do. Where's this going? To Woodland Cemetery. Thank you, Patricia. Agatha Christie. No, today we are not living the Agatha Christie novel. So yeah, we're going to the largest, I think, if anyone can clarify, but it should be the largest cemetery in all of New York City. Calvary could be bigger if you combine all four together. Ariel says it's called the Grave Train. They did not name that this time around, but in essence, yes. Mr. Waldo says, look out for the Green Goblin Gang. Are you referring to the Warriors? Let me know. Christina says, I'm passing right by you at Woodland. Oh, I'm so glad you're going to Woodland. That's so cool. I have some family there, says Christina. Oh. Vinny, nice to see you here. Oh, we have arrived. All right. So another aspect of this train is that you do not want to be sitting in the middle when it bumps, because you see how close this is. Thank you. So here it is, the vintage train from the outside. New train, old train. I think this was like 90s. And here we have 1917 up there.
Watch the doors. Watch the doors. Step back. Step back. Doors closed.
See you on the return trip. Yeah, I've been riding here.
Tilly says these were 2000s. Oh, thank you so much for confirming, Tilly. Oh, yeah, these are 2000s. Thank you so much. Well, now it's going to never return. No, it's a round trip. Paul says that's it. One way? No. I'll come back later. I assume they'll park in the train yard until it's time to go back. Jonathan says it's 4 p.m. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
see it in motion finally. At least it's not eternal.
Okay, I have to rebalance my gimbal because I was on the train when I started going live. If you don't know about gimbals, gimbals try to find the center of gravity. And on a train, you're kind of moving, so it thinks the center of gravity is like this way. So bear with me.
She's the best. Wow.
Took a picture, man.
Yeah, man. You got your
Yeah,
phone.
from Manhattan, from Bowling Green.
Bowling
Little
Green?
tip, yeah.
I thought you were from Rhode Island.
No.
I got the swag.
Christina, thank you so much for the pro tip.
show you something before you want to look back. In the meantime, there's bathrooms in this little hut. And you're welcome to eat lunch now or later, but wherever, and either tour you need back here. There's picnic tables. There's picnic tables just behind this building.
To the Bronx.
1:30 and 2:30 about tours.
Hey, we have 20 minutes, but yeah.
We can also get our food here.
Yeah, we can just
Okay,
pick
we
it
can
up.
also go there.
Sorry, listen, the second tour is at 2:15. Yeah, I'll find everybody and let them make sure they know.
And you meet here for the tours, and if you don't want to go on a tour at all, we'll be meeting here at 3:30 to walk back to the train together. So this is the hub. If you want to meet and do anything, tours or go back to the train. Folks, there's cars coming through. Please be mindful you're in a street. Thank you.
Listen to the information. Where's Dad?
Okay, so in essence, they have two different tours. There's the same tour. You get to spend a few hours here, two and a half hours or so, at the cemetery, and they show you the history and things like that. But let's wander around. I think that'll be a little bit more fun since it's such a huge group and we won't be able to hear the tour guide. So let's go into Woodland, see what is it about. Let's see what graves we can check out. Tour around the famous graves? I think so, or maybe a mausoleum or two. This is also known for huge mausoleums. All right, let me find my way around. Tilly says, I didn't know they do tours. I think the cemetery also just in general does tours. Yeah. But this is part of the New York Transit Museum, so they probably have their own tour guide this time around. Donald says, I'm looking very classy. Yeah. So I've been to these ones before. I covered it once on a live stream back in late 2016. This was a Facebook live stream. And almost everyone there was very well dressed. No, people came here this time around very casually dressed. So I think I came a little bit overdressed for the occasion attire, even though I'm a little bit more 1940s-esque. Bad service here. Give me in here. Ludo says, how far am I from the tip of Manhattan? I am... It took us... We departed at 12. Shaky service here, unfortunately. Ooh, there's a trolley? That's cool. Beautiful. But there is bad reception. there is unfortunately terrible reception here. That's a shame. Yeah. I have no idea why. Why is there bad reception even in a wide open space like here? There's not even that many trees. All right, it's really hot. I came overdressed also in terms of weather. Thought it was gonna be cooler. I gotta roll up these sleeves. So cemetery right here. We've come train ride from 1917, and it is a bit warm. Taking off my jacket and rolling up my sleeves. Before I show you a little bit more, let's see if we can actually see more. But let me read the history of Woodland Cemetery right here. It says it was made active 400-acre non-sectarian cemetery from its inception in 1863. So, ooh, okay, so it's not the largest. Greenwood would be bigger than that. And then it was as much as a park as a burial ground. It was a popular place to stroll and picnic, even at the back of the 20th century. The cemetery was designated a National Historic Landmark in 2011. It's kind of shocking how so many things were just recently made into a historic landmark. So I'm reading the little booklet they gave for the event. Famous people here are buried here, including Herman Melville, the writer of Moby Dick, Joseph Pulitzer, the famous writer and also the namesake of the Pulitzer Prize, one of the highest literary prizes there are. Fiorella Laguardia, very famous mayor, also very famous for being very, very short. I think he was 4'11". He was very, very short. He's also the first mayor that was active during when Robert Moses started, if I'm correct. Celia Cruz, ooh, famous Cuban singer for salsa. She was famous for saying azúcar. Oh, that's so cool. And singing the amazing song Guantanamera. Oh, I love that. Duke Ellington, Irving Berlin, famous guy from Tin Pan Alley. Of course, many famous symphonies were made by him as well. Elizabeth Cady Stanton, which I think was a suffragist. And a lot of these mausoleums that I'll show you were designed by McKim, and White. And I'll show you the schedule that we have. So we departed at 12 p.m. Departed in from this life. Luckily, we're all still alive amongst the dead here in Woodland. 1:30 is when we were supposed to arrive. We arrived early. So we arrived about, was it 20 minutes early? And you're supposed to arrive back at Old Ferry Station by 5 p.m. Wait, just give me a second. Susie says also Rosa Parks. Oh, things are getting interesting. Will you get back by 5? Dun dun dun. It says Rod. Hopefully, we'll see. But we got a grave bench. Oh my God! Look how huge these mausoleums are. Where do all the people go with the tour? Yeah, they went on a tour somewhere. I'm not sure where. Lori. I decided to skip the tour because while I'll be able to hear, unfortunately, I don't think the microphone will be able to pick it up, and it's going to be a large group, so it'll be hard to show you a good tour from afar. So we're going rogue. RJ says, can I say a dad joke, please? And RJ says, people are dying to get in here. Indeed. This guy was walked because I think it's dangerous. All right, let's sit at the grave bench of walked. Let's do a bench test. All right, we're sitting in walked bench. That's how you pronounce it, right? Let us know, Dutch urbanists. There's fungus here, and I'm wearing a black turtleneck, so I don't want to get stained. But it is nice. It is comfy. Doesn't look wide enough. No, it isn't wide enough. So I will give that bench, that grave bench, a grave 7.1 out of 10. Richard F. Handy. Is it chilly to sit on? Yes, it was. I appreciate your take on these walks. Awesome bench test. Bird poo? Says Lori, yeah, there was bird poo and moss. Cooper or Cupper. $19.28. Oh. Shaky service. Are ordinary citizens buried here, says Robert. Or is it famous historical people only? No, this is huge. 400 acres. So I mistakenly said that it was one of the largest ones. I thought it was one of the largest ones. That was always what I assumed. But no, this is actually just slightly smaller than Greenwood. But nonetheless, it's huge. And no, it's not only famous people. Though its nature being so huge, there's people here who are famous after death as well. Or more famous after death. And yeah, there's people here from all throughout New York City history. Ooh, look at this. Look at this, wow. My Holy King says you're in the cemetery. Wow, it's the month of October, yes. Ooh, we got Jesus. Susie is calling to the spirits, a seance in Bushwick, saying, I call you to help this man with his signal. Yeah, I wish there was good signal here. Someone, Deanne asked me earlier, do I have a cold? No, I do not. But it is a nature of life that one gets stuffy from time to time. What the hell? Okay. Alright. Not sure what. Maybe the creaking. Door maybe is creaking. Not sure. Reboot says I couldn't afford tickets. Oh no, Reboot. Oh, well, hopefully you can enjoy the live video. That's a portion of it. Oh, look, another tiny little grave bench. Nope. No, I mean, that's the person's name. Nope. Not that I don't want to be in the presence of a beautiful angel sculpture that blinks at night. Oleg says, is today Halloween? No, Oleg, in the US, Halloween is on October 31st. It's not Halloween. Though it is normal to just come to graveyards in the US. I'm not sure in other places. But here in the US, a lot of graveyards are also parks. Oh, look at this. More memorial. More grave benches. Wow, that's so cool. That's awesome that people made benches for their final resting place. I think I might put that in my will. But I want like a bench with like a sofa, some plush velvet. I want like a espresso machine. I basically want my final resting place to be a cafe in the middle of a graveyard when I pass 100, 200 years from now. Here we have Olmsted. Is this Frederick Law Olmsted? The great architect of Central Park. Great architect of 700 parks across the US. Huh. If anyone can do some quick research, let us know. Ariel says, have Ariel Alcazar? We have a few Ariels tuning in. Ariel says, have you ridden the Vintage Train? Yes. You can watch the first 20 minutes for the Vintage Train. Wow. Oh. Homestead. Annie, thank you so much for clarifying. Frederick Law Olmsted is buried in Connecticut. Thank you so much for letting us know. So this is a different Olmsted or maybe same family. Susan says, I'm in the bad signal area. I'll be lurking. You and I both are in a bad signal area. My Holy King says you might have nightmares tonight. No, my Holy King, you know, coming to graveyards, it's a very peaceful experience, I think. Whoa. This is an interesting gate. Oh my. Service goes out when I face the mausoleums. So right here we have a woman by the gate at Shores, which Who knows? Maybe same family as FAO Shores of the famous toy company. Who knows? Hello, Raphael. Nice to see you here. Ron says here you can find a nice apartment. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that you can. I'm not sure how much they pay for these mausoleums, but I assume it's not that much. I assume it's a one-time fee. Do let me know if anyone knows about the inner workings of cemeteries. But imagine that you pay a fraction of what rent is, and it's just someone dead here. Their remains in a beautiful building that could be a nice apartment. That's very interesting to think about. My Holy King says, bet the Undertaker has some stories about the graveyard. Yeah, I can imagine. Is it coffee and donut time? Have you brought your flask with you? I think I should have brought a flask. I think that would have been appropriate. No, I don't have any food on me. There's no food in the graveyard. Just like the hotels, in front of the doorknob of the mausoleum. It's like, do not disturb, ... And in small print, it says, I'm dead. Wow. Juilliard. Views. Okay, the Woodland. Let's show an Egyptian style one. Feel free to ask me any question. Wow. Susie says, no shame about the service. Yeah, I'm very bummed about the service because some of these mausoleums have really cool, wow, stained glass. New York Transit Museum, historic ride. It is quite a long time to be in Woodlawn. If you're coming to this event, because you'll be here for like 2 hours, so do bring some food because the train ride back is at 5 p.m. Oh, I love that guy's name. The Great Family of the Quackenbushes. There was a famous Quackenbush. Well, not famous, but in American history. I forgot who he was. Ooh, we got a Rothschild over here. Look at that. Is it the same as the great Rothschilds of England? I think so. Look at the R symbol. Patricia says 2 hours is really that long if you want to explore the cemetery. Yeah, it's actually ample time to explore. That's good. So you're not rushing. Looks like an Egyptian statue at that grave. So Lori, yes, we did see an Egyptian style statue right now in one of the mausoleums. So if you want to guesstimate when a mausoleum was constructed, one way you can do that is by looking at the motifs. If one of the motifs is Egyptian, so you have like sphinxes, you have like the winged creatures of the Egyptian times, that was during the period of Egyptomania, where in the 1920s people got here in the US got utterly obsessed with everything Egyptian. And it happened in Europe a decade before, or a little bit more than a decade before. So all throughout, basically from like the 1890s all the way to about the 1920s, there was a huge obsession with Egyptian motifs and Egyptian culture and ancient Egyptian anything. So a lot of these mausoleums were from that era. Almo says, where will the first live streamer be laid to rest? And will it be appropriate to live stream? Almo, unfortunately, there's a lot of live streamers out there in the world. Yeah, unfortunately, people in this industry have passed. Probably are young, I think. But there's been live streamers for 10 years or so. Gary says, is there a corner with really big mausoleums? Yes, there is. But we would have to go pretty far into the park, which would be difficult to do so walking at the moment. Ariel Vieira, my dad, tuning in, celebrates 19 months of being a super urbanist. Thank you so much for being a super urbanist. Wow. I love it. Ariel Vieira, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that. Here we got Aaron. Oh, Pickford. Is this the famous silent movie actor, Pickford? Let me know. We can't see inside. I heard something right there. I heard a gasp right here in this mausoleum. up in here. A bench that's broken. Was this a lightning strike? Was this a disgruntled family member? A random person sat on it and just broke it by mistake? Who knows? Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Woodland is huge, so take your sweet time. Sign up for one of the tours of the cemetery itself. They probably offer tours. If not, go on the vintage train. Usually they run during the autumn winter season. New York Transit Museum, be on the lookout. And if you're a member, you can even go to the City Hall station as well. But you have to be a member for that for a set amount of time. But do check them out. Really, really cool. It was a blast writing this. You get to spend a little time in the cemetery and then go back to the very downtown tip of Manhattan. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in. Yeah, and there's very famous people buried here, as I mentioned. Celia Cruz is just one of them. Adios. Have a great day.